Good afternoon, students. Continuation of pollination chapter. In the previous class, we discussed about these points that is on your screen. Recollect all these terms for 1 minute. Now we will proceed towards a new topic, that is mechanisms of cross-pollination. What is cross-pollination? Cross-pollination is the transfer of pollen grains from anther of a flower of one plant to the stigma of a flower of another plant of the same species. Means this process depends on pollinating agents. On your screen, you can see the agents of pollination. Agents of pollination are two different types, abiotic agents and biotic agents. Abiotic agents are wind and water. Wind pollination is called anemophily, water pollination is called hydrophily. Biotic agents are animals, that is called zoophily. Insect pollination is called entomophily, birds ornithophily, bats chiropterophily, snake ophiophily, ants myrmecophily, elephants elephophily. Let us study about each one of this. The first one is that wind pollination. The flowers pollinated by wind are maize, rice, grass, wheat, mainly monocotyledonous plants. All these flowers have some special features for wind pollination. Now let us study about what are the special characteristics of wind pollinating flowers. Wind pollination is also called anemophilous. Anemo means wind, phily means affinity. Flowers usually possess some of the important characters. Which are the important characters of anemophilous flowers? The flowers are small. And in this picture, grass plant with flowers, but the flowers are very small. And another character is that they are not brightly colored. They do not produce scent or nectar. The stamens are long and hang out of the flower to be exposed to wind. Pollen is produced in very large quantities. The anthers are large and loosely attached to the filaments so that the slightest wind may move them. Pollen grains are light, dry and smooth so that they can easily be carried away by wind. The stigmas are feathery and hang out of the flower to trap the pollen grains. So these are the characteristics of wind pollinating flowers. Another type of pollination, that is water pollination. Water pollination is also called hydrophilous. Hydro means water, phily means affinity. Flowers are found only in aquatic plants. They have the following character. These are the important characteristics. Water pollination is very common in case of aquatic plants. Aquatic plants like Vallisneria, Hydrilla, lotus, such type of plants. In your book, page number 37, Vallisneria diagram is given. Male plant and a female plant. Now what are the characteristics of water pollinating flowers? Pollen grains are produced in large numbers, and the pollen grains have a specific gravity almost equal to that of water, so that they remain floated below the surface of water. Vallisneria type of plants, the special character is that male flowers are such that they float on the surface of water till they meet female flowers. Vallisneria and Hydrilla are the plants that is pollinated with the help of water. All these flowers are pollinated mainly with the help of insects. Many flowers in our surrounding are pollinated by insect. Insects like honeybee, wasp, ants, butterflies, such type of insects. Insect pollinating flowers, they have some special characters. The characters are the flowers are large. They are brightly colored to attract insects. They emit scent for attracting insects. They produce nectar, which is food for the insects. The insects, they are sucking nectar from the flowers. At the same time, the pollen grains are sticking with their hairy legs, and it helps in pollination. The pollen grains are sticky or spiny to enable them to be carried by the insects easily. Insect pollinating flowers, the stigma is sticky and does not generally hang out from the flowers. The flowers tend to be in clusters to make them conspicuous. The pollen grains are large in some flowers. The pollen grains are smooth and sticky in some of them. In some flowers, they are covered with spiny hair. All these features help pollen grains to cling to insect bodies. Many moth and butterflies are pollinated flowers are white or yellow in color, so that this can be easily seen during night and pollinated by them. So these are the characteristics of insect pollination. So the picture in front of you there on the screen, it is also a flower. The red colored part, that is the bract. What is a bract that you have studied in flower chapter? This plant is hot lips plant. Because of its bract color, pollinators are attracted towards it. Such type of many amazing flowers are in nature. Some of them are here. It is for your general knowledge. Observe this type of flowers, their color, size, shape, and how they are designed for pollination. Mainly petals are of different shape and that give beauty to the flower. Most of them, they are orchids. It's a gladiolus. And in this flower, the petals are like that of a bird. It is an orchid. You may be surprised, but it is also a flower. Insect pollinating flowers, some of them they are arranged in an inflorescence. Another type of pollination, that is by animals, that is called zoophily. Pollination by birds. Bird pollination is called ornithophilia. Many flowers are pollinated by birds. Birds do not have a keen sense of smell, but they have excellent vision. The flowers they pollinate are often bright red or yellow in color, and usually they have very little odor. Flowers are usually large or are a part of large inflorescence. Flowers produce large amount of nectar in long floral tubes so that it is not consumed by insects. Pollination by mammals. Many mammals such as bats, squirrels, elephants, they are all pollinators. Rafflesia. Rafflesia, the flowers are very large and at ground level. The pollen grains of one flower may get attached to the feet of an elephant. And when it steps on or touches the other flower, they get transferred to the stigma of other flower. Bat pollination. Bat pollinated flowers are mainly in tropic region and open only at night. The bat pollinated flowers are large in size or they consist of a ball-like inflorescence. These also have dull color. Now these are the mechanisms of cross-pollination. Difference between insect pollination and wind pollination is given in your book. Read and learn. Now recollect whatever that you are learned from this part. Wind pollination, examples for wind pollination, characteristics of flowers in water pollination, examples, and insect pollination. I hope you understood this topic. Read your book thoroughly, listen the biological terms from the class and learn. The questions related with this much will be uploaded. Write answers to all the questions in your register systematically. Next class we will continue the same chapter with a new topic. Take care. Thank you.